I don't know what sprung it, but I've been thinking about this idea of being a victim versus having agency. And I've spoken to a lot of friends and family members. We had this conversation about how important agency is, to think that we have agency in certain scenarios in our life. And
How do you use
something I'd
that
love to
word
hear.
agency? What does that mean to you when you use the word agency?
Agency is that, like, I can have control over more parts of my life than I think. And when I think that, if I come from it from a victim mindset, that I'm always put upon, I'm always a victim of circumstance, I'm a victim of certain people in my life, I'm a certain victim of certain relationships, then I really have no agency or the ability to affect change in my life. But the second I turn on a switch, that I say, yeah, but I can be an agent of change in my own life. I can take action. I can stop talking to this person. I can stop putting money into this business and effort into this relationship or whatever. I can make change. Then it pulls the lever that I can. Then I, like your shirt, even, that I care about my own life to do things, opposed to just wait for other people
Yeah.
to save me from it.
All right. So we say in the book that when you take accountability for everything in your life is when you gain the power to change anything in your life, and we've seen that in our own lives when we play a victim. And here's the signs you're playing a victim. When something comes up and you realize, oh, that's my thing. The first thing you do is blame. And we blame people and the system and all these things. We blame God. We're angry at everybody, and blame just makes us angry. If that doesn't work, we make excuses. Well, this guy didn't call me back. Well, the system's broken. Well, my parents didn't love me. Okay, these are all excuses, but you're still screwed. And
Right.
excuses just give up the will to try to do anything about it because that's what it is. And if that doesn't work, then we say we can't. Well, I can't sell my house and start over. That'd be humiliating. I can't just give up everything and go. Yeah, you can. You can. Some people will say, I can't take a job that I really love to do the thing I really love the most because it won't pay me enough. Oh, you can live. You can live as cheap as you want to live. Maybe you don't have cable or a gym membership. Maybe you do drive a beater. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. You can do it. The real answer is you won't. When you say I
Right.
can't, if you replace that with I won't, then people look at you like, well, that's kind of weak. But if you say I can't, they go, oh, yeah, I get it. So can't takes away the power again. And then the
Yeah.
last one, we just wait and hope it gets better. And people understand wait and hope. Even those of us who are Christ followers, we look at this and go, wait upon the Lord. Hey, the Lord expects us to do stuff. And I think it's in Isaiah. He says, "No one else has a God like our God who acts on our behalf. He acts on our behalf as we actively wait for Him to show us what's next. We don't sit there and go, 'What do I do?' It's like the helicopter. What's that story with the guy, the flood coming? He gets on the roof of a house and he's calling out to God, 'Save me, save me!' And then
Right.
the boat comes and goes, 'Get in.' He goes, 'No, God's going to save me.' And the helicopter comes in, 'Get in, God's going to save me.' No, and then he dies and goes to heaven. He goes, 'What happened to you, God? Where were you?' And God goes, 'Dude, I gave you a boat and a helicopter. Where you been?' And I think
Right.
that's us. Sometimes we just sit around waiting for God to fix our problems, but He wants us to be active in our faith. And so that all those things combined into these times we play a victim, and we're not victims. We may have been victimized. We may have had a really crappy situation happen or a really unfair thing happen. Okay, it happened. Now what? Now you own it and you figure out, what am I going to do about it? That's accountability.
Right. Well, that there's a lot in this, and something that I wanted to bring up, because so one thing is, I think, if someone was a victim for something and they have a lot of shame about something, even if it was something traumatic in their life or just shame for who they might think they are or whatever, I think the more we don't own it and the more we keep it inside, I
Yeah,
think it
the
makes this
worse it
big
gets.
darkness monster
Yeah,
grow and grow and grow. Or
yeah,
if you start saying, like, well, I did this, or I had this part of my life that was really bad, but I'm doing my best, I think it's inspirational to everybody, and
it
it
is.
gives it a lot less power. But
It takes away the power. That's right.
right, and because one thing that I wanted to make sure we discussed is, again, that the idea of the victim mindset that I've been playing with, this concept is, I think there's a big difference between somebody saying I was a victim and I am a victim. I think those are two very, very different people, and I'd love to hear what you
Do you
think
think
about
people
that.
really say I'm a victim? I think they may have
Mm,
said that I've been victimized, but no one admits that they're acting like a victim. I just who would
right.
say that? Yes, I'm a victim, and maybe there are some
Well,
people.
fair enough. I think I mean it more in, like, the mindset. I think
Yeah,
some people would think that I was a victim of this, let's say, abuse, oppression, all of these terrible things, war, whatever. But then I think there's people that will think I am a victim, and there's something that
Right.
runs in the software in our head. And I think I've had this in different parts of my life as well that I've had to overcome. That you think that if we have software that's continually telling us that we are a victim, I think we will go and play out scenarios in which that
Yeah.
just becomes true. Like
Yeah.
if you keep creating friction in your relationships and then it creates problems and you'll be like, see, I'm the victim again. Everybody sucks. We're like, yeah, but
Self-fulfilling.
you're an asshole.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you keep telling yourself you are, the more you live like that. The,
Right.
the solution for all this is vulnerability. When you truly are honest about what's going on in your world and you tell other people, they have the opportunity to go, dude, that ain't true. But until you lay it out and someone to hear you say that, no one has any idea what's going on in your head. And so when we talk about accountability, we talk about it doesn't work without vulnerability, honesty. In the book, we give people these two little wheels to fill out. It's called the satisfaction assessment. And we ask you, hey, go fill out this and declare honestly, where are you not satisfied in your life? In your personal life, your marriage, your health, your faith, your finances, your career, in your business life, your team, your marketing brand, the structure of the organization, all those pieces. You have a chance to declare it with honesty, since it's just your private assessment. Where are you not satisfied? And then the question is, okay, so now what are you going to do about it? And that's where we realize we're being a victim, because you'd say, well, that's not my fault, or I can't do that. And whether it's your business life or your personal life, it's still the same thing. You need to own it. Maybe it's going to be a really hard journey for you to fix these things, but it's a hard journey staying as a victim too. And it's up to
Sure.
you. You want to have a hard journey on a life towards a victorious lifestyle, or you want to have a hard journey staying as a victim.